Enough air is going to be moving in across the eastern part of the country as we get closer towards the Christmas holiday. So much so you're going to be warming yourself by the fireplace right here, just like I am right now. It's cold in the studio. All right, so here's our weather pattern shake up as we head towards Christmas week. Big ridge still in place here across parts of the west, kind of an omega block type of pattern. And our jet stream makes a huge dip across the eastern half of the country, allowing that cold Arctic bitter air to plunge farther south. Now, with the exception of Florida. So if you're looking for a warm place to go, the extreme southeast in the Sunshine State looking a little bit better. So along this boundary, we will see a little bit of a disturbance here that's going to be enough to bring some active wet weather, showers across parts of the southeast, and then snow will be possible on the northern fringes of this, with the potential also, I think, of a little bit of a wintry mix. So here we go into your Saturday. We are going to be dealing with some showers and thunder showers. If this is a big travel day for you, there may be some hang-ups in places like Atlanta, Nashville, Memphis, over into Washington, D.C. and into the northeast, while things look fairly quiet out to the west, but we do have some mountain snows here across parts of the Rockies. Here the forecast for Christmas Eve. Still some lingering showers and thunder showers across the southeast. Things begin to dry up and clear up a little bit here across the northeast, but look at these temperatures. We are really starting to plummet here across the nation's midsection. 15 degrees for a high in Bismarck, and then Christmas Day itself, you're dropping into the 40s in Dallas, 41 in Denver, some new snow into the Intermountain West, little rain for you in Seattle, and maybe some snow into New England, but dry across the southeast.
Wow, tough times there. And it's not just southbound being impacted, heading northbound, because folks are slowing down to see what's happening in the southbound lane. So just give yourself a little extra time there along that 5 stretch.
Some good ideas there. Weather-wise, we will start to see the improvements across the Pacific Northwest after getting all that heavy snow in the Cascades. You're still going to get it into the Oregon Cascades, but that's pushing into the Intermountain West through the Wasatch and into the Northern Rockies.
Southeast, you're going to be dealing with the issues here for today. You can see a lot of red icons showing up there. So delays likely, places like Atlanta. Tomorrow, though, looks a bit better in those zones.
That's right, but you got to watch out for that volume, because sometimes that's an issue too. Even when the weather's doing okay, we may have some delays in Chicago O'Hare as well as in Kansas City due to some low clouds and precipitation in the region, but it's going to be more likely as the system kind of ramps up and gets going on your Friday. Houston as well as Dallas into the Memphis area will likely see delays with high probabilities of rainfall. And
back into the northwest as well, some slowdowns as well. Now, one thing that can slow you down quite a bit, how about those potholes?
Yeah, have you seen them lately?
Huge,
they
massive.
are out there. So this has been a big problem, and you might be asking yourself, well, how and why do they form? So here's the kind of the layer and the makeup of the asphalt, which is over the soil. And what happens is over time, you'll get these little cracks, right, in the asphalt. And when it rains or snows and then melts, that can seep into the cracks and get into the roadbed, which will soften it quite a bit.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the key, those cracks in that water that's seeping into it. And what happens is as you get into the colder time of the year, like we're starting to get into now, that water begins to freeze, expands, and creates a bit more space underneath the asphalt.
Right, so that creates pressure, not just on the soil surrounding it, but also on the asphalt up towards the top, and sometimes it can buckle the road just by that freezing action alone.
Yeah, that's right. And then, of course, what happens is as we now get into generally potholes is generally as we get into after the cold time, things warm up a bit, the frozen stuff melts, and then you get basically that asphalt crashing down through that expanded area.
Yep.
This forecast for those hitting up the ski slopes will start you off in Utah. I'll show you how this is going to play out. Go underneath some of those clouds and focus in on Park City. And there you have it, Jackie. For today, snow for us. Not a whole lot, maybe an inch or so, and that's what we've seen over the last 3 days.
All right, and take a look at the base, by the way, 18 to 20 inches. They're working on it. Yeah. It's getting there. All right, let's take you to Telluride into Colorado, looking for just the clouds for today, but snow is on the way starting later on tonight and continuing into your Thursday. Notice the temperature is really cold, so when you have snow coming down in those cold temperatures, it tends to be that good powder stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like fluffy snow.
All right, let's head on into, I believe we're heading into now California, Squaw Valley. For you, a few snow showers this morning, not amounting to a whole lot, but what we will find ourselves is dealing with cooler temperatures. The base depth is right around 18 inches, up to 28, with 28 of the 42 lifts open. So that's certainly some good news there. Well, a beautiful winter.